I swear this coffee tastes better when you make it, I said, leaning against the kitchen counter. You say that every morning, my wife laughed. Maybe you just don't know how to use the coffee machine. Or maybe I married the best barista alive. Flattery won't save you from doing the dishes tonight. It might, I said. I'm very convincing. She rolled her eyes and slid a cup toward me. Drink before it gets cold. I took a sip and smiled. Perfect. Like always. Good, she said softly. I try. Those small moments were my favorite. Simple, warm, safe. I believed we had built something strong. Something real. Hey, I said, grabbing my keys. Dinner tonight? Your favorite place. Again? We just went last week. So? I like seeing you happy. You're cheesy. You marry me anyway. Yeah, she smiled. Best decision I ever made. Those words lived in my chest like a promise. On the drive to work, I called my best friend. Bro, you sound suspiciously happy, he said. I am happy. That's illegal. Married men don't sound like that. Maybe I'm built different. Or maybe you're still in the honeymoon phase. It's been 3 years. Exactly, he laughed. Enjoy it while it lasts. It will last, I said confidently. You really trust her that much? With everything. Man, he sighed. I hope you're right. I know I am. That night, we cooked together. You're cutting the onions wrong, she said. There's a wrong way to cut onions? Yes, the way that makes me cry. That's the onion's fault, not mine. She laughed, wiping her eyes. You're impossible. You love me. I do. Her voice sounded sincere, warm, familiar. Later, we sat on the couch. Movie night, I asked. You'll fall asleep in 10 minutes. 15. Have faith. She leaned against me, scrolling through her phone. I noticed the glow lighting her face more than the TV. Work again? I asked. Yeah. Messages never stop. You work too hard. Someone has to keep us rich. We're not rich. We're rich in love. Wow, he left. That was terrible. You started it. We laughed together, but her attention kept drifting back to the screen. Over the next weeks, little things changed. Are you coming to bed? I asked one night. In a minute. You said that an hour ago. I just need to finish something. You've been busy a lot lately. Work is stressful, she sighed. Anything I can do? Just be patient. I'm patient. I know. Her smile felt tired. A few days later, I called my best friend again. You sound off, he said. I'm just tired. You sure that's all? Yeah. She's just busy. Busy people still make time. She does make time. Okay, he said slowly. If you say so. I trust her. I didn't say you shouldn't. I know, but the silence on the phone felt heavy. One evening, I tried to hug her from behind while she texted. She flinched. Sorry, she said quickly. Why are you apologizing? I didn't hear you. You jumped like I scared you. I'm just stressed. You could talk to me. I know, but she didn't. Another night, I reached for her hand. She gently pulled away. I'm really tired, she whispered. Of me? I joked. Don't say that. I'm kidding. Good, she said quietly. The distance was small, almost invisible, but I felt it. Late one night, I woke up thirsty. Her side of the bed was empty. I walked into the living room and saw her sitting in the dark, phone glowing in her hands. Everything okay? I asked softly. She jumped slightly. Yeah, just couldn't sleep. You should come back to bed. I will. I nodded and walked back. Minutes later, she slipped into bed beside me. Good night, she whispered. Good night. But something in her voice felt far away. A week later, we were laughing over dinner again. Remember our first date? I asked. You spilled water everywhere. You laughed for 5 minutes straight. I knew you were nervous. I knew I was in trouble. You were, she smiled. I fell for you that night. I fell first. I don't believe that. It's true. I love you, I said. I love you too. Those words felt automatic, comfortable, safe. That night, she fell asleep with her phone in her hand. A notification lit the screen. I wasn't trying to snoop. I swear I wasn't. But the message appeared before I could look away. I miss you already. My heart stopped. I stared at the screen, frozen. My chest tightened. My mind screamed for answers. But my hands didn't move. I slowly turned the phone face down. Trust is everything, I whispered to myself in the dark. I closed my eyes and forced myself to breathe. I told myself I was overthinking. I told myself there had to be an explanation. I told myself love meant believing. I didn't know it yet, but I would soon regret ignoring my instincts. I woke up before her alarm rang. The phone was still on the nightstand. My chest tightened as I stared at it. Don't do this, I whispered to myself. But my hand moved anyway. The screen lit up. No password. No hesitation. Just trust, still sitting there like a fool. I opened the messages. My breath stopped. I miss you already. Last night was perfect. When can I see you again? My fingers trembled as I scrolled. Stop, I muttered. Please stop. But the messages kept coming. I wish I didn't have to pretend around him. He suspects nothing. I love you. I dropped the phone like it burned me. No, I whispered. No, no, no. She stirred beside me. You're up early. Yeah, I croaked. Couldn't sleep. Everything okay? Yeah, just work stress. Come back to bed. I have to get ready. My voice sounded like someone else's. In the shower, I pressed my forehead against the tile. She didn't mean it. There has to be context. I repeated that sentence until it lost meaning. At breakfast, she smiled. You're quiet today. Just tired. You work too hard. Yeah, I said. Work. She reached for my hand. We'll plan a trip soon. Just us. Sounds nice. My stomach twisted. At work, I stared at my computer screen without seeing it. My best friend called. You sound dead, he said. I barely slept. What happened? Nothing. Don't lie to me. Silence filled the line. Talk, he said softly. I saw messages. What kind of messages? The kind that ruin marriages. He inhaled sharply. Are you sure? I wish I wasn't. What did they say? She told him she loved him. A long pause followed. I'm coming over tonight, he said. You don't have to. I'm not asking. That evening, he sat across from me at the kitchen table. Show me, he said gently. I feel sick. Show me anyway. I handed him the screenshots I took during lunch. His jaw tightened. How long? I don't know. Did you confront her? No. Why not? I need proof. This is proof. I need everything. You're planning something. I don't know what I'm planning, I admitted. You're in shock. I feel stupid. You're not stupid. It's hostility. That's not stupidity. That's love. I feel like an idiot. You feel betrayed. I feel like my life is fake. He leaned forward. Listen to me. Don't explode yet. I want to scream. I know. I want answers. You'll get them. But think first. What do I do? Confirm everything. Ow. Find out who he is. I'm scared to know. You need to know. I'm scared it'll destroy me. It already has. I stared at the table. You're right. You're stronger than you think. I don't feel strong. You don't have to feel strong to act smart. I don't even know where to start. Check call logs. Locations. Patterns. You sound like a detective. You need the truth. I thought I had the truth. You had trust. That's different. I rubbed my face. I don't recognize my life anymore. You will again. When you stop living in doubt. That night, I waited until she slept. I'm sorry, I whispered to the dark. I opened her phone again. Hidden chat apps. Archived conversations. Deleted message folders. Every click felt like another knife. Hotel, booking confirmation. Dinner reservations for 2. Can't wait to hold you again. My chest tightened until breathing hurt. How many times? I whispered. I opened the contact name. No picture, just a first name. But the number looked familiar. No way, I said aloud. I stared at the digits. My heart began pounding faster. I know this number. My hands shook as realization crept in. No, it can't be. Memories flashed. Handshakes. Laughs. Dinners. Conversations. My stomach dropped. It's him. I felt the betrayal double, triple, multiply. Not a stranger. Not a random man. Someone I knew. Someone who had sat in my living room. Someone who had looked me in the eye. I locked the phone and sat in silence. I was right to wait, I whispered, because the truth had just become worse than I imagined. I stared at the contact name again. It's him, I whispered. The room felt smaller. My chest felt tight. Memories began replaying without permission. Bro, meet him, my wife had said months ago. He's really funny. I like your place, he had told me, smiling while shaking my hand. Thanks, I had replied. Make yourself at home. Make yourself at home. The words echoed like a cruel joke. The next morning, my wife smiled at me across the breakfast table. You look tired, she said. Couldn't sleep. You should go to bed earlier. I should, I replied, forcing a smile. You've been quiet lately. Work stress. You always say that. Because it's always true. I watched her sip her coffee like nothing was wrong. Are you happy? She asked suddenly. The question caught me off guard. Why wouldn't I be? I don't know. You feel distant. I almost laughed. I feel distant. Yes. I'm just tired. She nodded slowly. Okay. At work, I call my best friend. It's worse, I said. Who is he? You remember the guy who came to our anniversary dinner? Silence hit the phone. No, he whispered. Tell me you're wrong. I wish I was. That snake shook your hand. He toasted our marriage. Say you're joking. I'm not. He exhaled sharply. I'm coming over again tonight. I feel sick. You should feel angry. I feel everything. That evening, we sat in silence before he finally spoke. What's the plan? I don't know. You can't keep living like this. I keep replaying memories. Like what? The late meetings. The gym trips. The girls' nights. Now, they make sense. They all make sense. How long do you think? I checked hotel bookings. And months. He slammed his hand on the table. Months. Lower your voice. I want to punch something. I want to disappear. You deserve better. I deserve answers. Then confront her. I can't. Why not? I need control. You need closure. I need the full truth. He leaned forward. You're planning revenge. I don't know what I'm planning. You're too calm. I'm not calm. I'm numb. That's worse. The next day, I casually visited her office. Hey, I told her coworker, smiling. I was nearby. Oh, hey. She just stepped out. Busy week. Very. Lots of meetings. Late nights, too. Yeah, especially with him. My heart skipped. With who? You know, the consultant she's been working with. I forced a laugh. Right. That guy. They've been working closely for months. Must be important. Yeah, they're always together. Thanks, I said, my voice tight. Outside, I whispered, months. That night, I stared at the ceiling. What am I supposed to do? I asked the darkness. My best friend called. Still awake. I talked to her coworker. And they've been working together for months. I'm so sorry. I feel like my life is a lie. It's not your fault. I invited him into my home. You trusted people. I trusted the wrong people. Listen to me, he said firmly. You have two choices. What are they? Explode now. Or plan carefully. I want to scream at her. You won't get the truth that way. I want her to feel what I feel. Then be smart. I don't want revenge. You want justice. I don't even know the difference anymore. Justice hurts less later. I don't want to become someone cruel. You won't. You'll become someone strong. I sat in silence. What would you do? I asked. I'd wait. Why? Because the truth hurts more when it can't be denied. I exhaled slowly. I hate this. I know. I hate lying to her. She lied first. I hate pretending everything is fine. It's temporary. I feel like I'm living with a stranger. You are. The word hit hard. You deserve the full truth, he continued. Every detail. Every lie. And then you decide how to end it. I nodded, even though he couldn't see me. I won't explode. I whispered. Good. I won't scream. Good. I won't confront her yet. That's smart. I will wait. He stayed silent. I will gather everything. I continued. Okay. I will make sure the truth can't be denied. Yes. And when the moment comes, my voice hardened for the first time. I will expose everything. That's the smartest thing you've said all week. I hung up and stared into the dark. For the first time, my heartbreak turned into determination. I won't lose control, I whispered. I'll choose the moment. And when it comes, it will hurt the most. I sat in front of my laptop, staring at the bank account. Just move it, I whispered to myself. My finger hovered over the transfer button. This is survival, not betrayal. Click. The screen confirmed the transfer. My chest felt heavy and relieved at the same time. That evening, she smiled when I walked in. You're home early. Meeting got canceled. That's rare. Yeah. She walked closer. You've been distant. Work pressure. You keep saying that. Because it's true. She studied my face. Is something wrong? My heart pounded. This was the moment. No, I said. The lie felt sharp in my mouth. She nodded slowly. You tell me if something was wrong, right? Of course. I hated how easily the words came out. Let's go out this weekend, she suggested. Just us. I'll check my schedule. You always check your schedule. I'm busy. You weren't this busy before. I'm trying to secure our future. She smiled softly. You're a good husband. The words cut deeper than anger ever could. That night, I called my best friend. I lied to her. How did it feel? Like crossing a line. You crossed that line because she erased it first. I never thought I'd lie to my wife. You never thought she'd cheat either. Silence filled the call. I moved the money, I admitted. Good. I feel guilty. Stop feeling guilty for protecting yourself. I hate who I'm becoming. You're becoming prepared. The next morning, I met a lawyer. I need advice, I said, sitting across from him. Divorce. Eventually. Do you have proof of infidelity? Yes. Keep gathering it. I am. Separate finances quietly. Already started? He nodded. You're thinking ahead. I don't want surprises. You won't have any if you stay careful. What happens if she finds out? Then you move faster. I want control. Then patience is your best weapon. Weapon. The word felt heavy. Later that week, I sat in a quiet cafe across from a woman I barely knew. Thank you for meeting me, I said nervously. You said it was urgent, she replied. Is this about him? Yes. Her eyes widened. You know, I know everything. Her hands trembled. How long? Months. Tears filled her eyes. I knew something felt wrong. I'm sorry. I thought I was imagining things. I did too. She wiped her cheeks. Do you have proof? I slid my phone across the table. She scrolled silently. Oh my God, she whispered. He told me he was working late. He told my wife the same thing. She looked at me with pain and anger mixed together. What do we do? I want the truth exposed. So do I. I don't want a private confrontation. I don't either. I want everyone to know. Her jaw tightened. Good. They should feel what we felt. Yes. We deserve closure. We deserve justice. We sat in silence for a moment. I'm glad you contacted me, she said softly. I didn't want you to live in the dark. Thank you. We're in this together now. She nodded. Together. That night, my wife sat beside me on the couch. You've been working so much, she said. I know. I miss you. I'm right here. You don't feel here. I forced a smile. I'm just tired. Let's plan something fun. Like what? A dinner party. Invite friends. Family. My heart skipped. A dinner party? Yes. We haven't hosted in months. I nodded slowly. That sounds perfect. She smiled brightly. Really? Really? When? Soon, I said calmly. She hugged me. I love you. I closed my eyes. I know, I whispered. But inside, my voice said something else. This was the moment. This was the stage. This was where everything would end. Later, I texted my best friend and my new ally. She wants a dinner party. His reply came instantly. That's perfect. Her reply followed. Tell me the date. I typed slowly. This is where we reveal the truth. The house felt louder than usual. Everything looks perfect, my wife said, adjusting the table. I'm so excited. I know, I replied. You've been so sweet helping me plan this. I wanted tonight to be special. She smiled and kissed my cheek. You're the best. Guests began arriving. Congratulations on hosting again, someone said. It's been too long, another added. My best friend squeezed my shoulder. You ready? As I'll ever be. Her partner spouse stood near the doorway and gave me a small nod. I nodded back. Dinner passed in laughter and small talk. You two are relationship goals, someone joked. My wife laughed. He's the perfect husband. I forced a smile. I try. Finally, I stood and tapped my glass. Can I have everyone's attention? The room quieted. I want to say a few words tonight. My wife beamed. This is unexpected. I've been thinking a lot about marriage, I began. About trust. About love. She grabbed my hand. You're going to make me cry. Marriage is built on honesty, I continued. On loyalty. On believing your partner would never hurt you. People nodded. I believe my marriage was strong, I said slowly. I believe my wife loved me completely. Her eyes glistened. I do. I took a deep breath. But I was wrong. The room froze. What do you mean? She whispered. I mean my marriage was a lie. Nervous laughter rippled through the room. Stop joking, she said softly. I'm not joking. Her smile faded. What are you doing? I spent months gathering the truth. Truth about what? I picked up the remote. The screen behind me lit up. Messages filled the wall. Gasps filled the room. "What is this?" she cried. "Your messages," I said calmly. "No," she whispered. "Turn it off." I found hotel bookings, dinner reservations, hidden chats. The affair partner stood up. "This is insane." "Sit down," I said coldly. My wife grabbed my arm. "We could talk about this privately. I gave you privacy for months." Tears streamed down her face. "Please stop. I begged you for honesty without knowing it." Her voice broke. "I can explain. Explain how you loved another man while sleeping beside me." Silence crushed the room. Her partner's spouse stepped forward. "Explain to me too." He went pale. "You told her." "She deserved the truth." My wife sobbed. "It meant nothing." I laughed bitterly. "You told him you loved him." I was confused. "You were lying." "It was a mistake." Months of mistakes. Her parents stood up. "Is this true?" She collapsed into a chair. "I didn't mean to hurt anyone." My voice trembled. "You destroyed me. I never wanted this." "You wanted him." The affair partner tried to speak. "We didn't plan this." "Stop talking," his partner snapped. "You lost that right." My best friend muttered, "Unbelievable." Voices erupted around the room. "How could you? This is disgusting. I trusted you. You ruined everything." My wife crawled toward me. "Please forgive me. I forgave you every day without knowing. I love you. You love him too. I made a mistake. You made choices. I was unhappy. You never told me. I didn't know how. You knew how to lie." She grabbed my hand. "We can fix this." I pulled away. "No." Her voice cracked. "Please. I gave you everything. I know. I trusted you with my life. I'm sorry. I know." The room felt suffocating. Her mother cried. Her father stared at the floor. Friends whispered in disbelief. I took a deep breath. "I didn't expose this to hurt you," I said quietly. "I exposed this to free myself." My wife whispered, "Don't leave. I already lost you months ago. I can change. I already changed." Tears blur my vision. "I hope one day you understand what you destroyed." "I understand now. It's too late." I turned toward the door. "Please," she sobbed. I paused but didn't look back. "I loved you more than you'll ever know." Then I walked out. My chest felt hollow. My hands trembled. But for the first time in months, I felt free. 3 months later, I sat across from my therapist. "How do you feel today?" she asked. "Lighter," I said. "Still broken, but lighter. That's progress." I didn't think I'd survive the first week. "You did more than survive." I stopped checking her social media. "That's huge." I stopped blaming myself. "That's healing." I nodded slowly. I started sleeping again. Your mind is learning safety. I didn't know heartbreak felt physical. It often does. I exhaled. I'm starting to recognize myself again. After the session, I called my best friend. "You sound calm," he said. "I think I'm okay." "I've been waiting to hear that." "How's everything else?" "You mean gossip?" "Yeah." He hesitated. "You sure you want to know?" "I do." They didn't last. I closed my eyes. "What happened?" "Trust issues. Constant fights." "Shocking." He accused her of cheating. I laughed softly. "That's poetic." They lost friends. People picked sides. I didn't want revenge. "You didn't chase it. It still came." I sat in silence. "She lost her job too," he added. My chest tightened. "I didn't want that." "You didn't cause it." I exposed the truth. The truth caused it. Later that evening, my phone rang. Her name appeared on the screen. My heart skipped. I answered slowly. "Hello." Her voice trembled. "Hi." Silence stretched between us. "I didn't expect you to pick up," she whispered. "I almost didn't. I just needed to hear your voice." "What do you want?" "I'm sorry." I closed my eyes. "I know. I destroyed everything." "Yes. I think about you every day." "I'm trying not to think about you." "I deserve that." She sniffled. "He left me." I heard. "He said he couldn't trust me." I exhaled slowly. "That makes sense. I lost my job too." I heard that as well. "I lost everyone." Silence filled the line again. "I never stopped loving you," she whispered. I stared at the ceiling. "I stopped loving the version of you I discovered. I hate myself for what I did. You should learn from it. I want another chance." My chest tightened. "I can't give you that. Please. I forgave you a long time ago." Her breathing shook. "You did." Yes. Then why can't we try again? Because forgiveness doesn't mean olaroda. I don't understand. It means I let go of the anger, not the lesson. She cried softly. I miss us. I miss who I thought we were. I'd do anything to fix this. You can't fix the past. I can be better. I hope you are. For you. For yourself. She stayed quiet for a long moment. You've changed, she said. I had to. I wish I had changed sooner. So do I. Another silence. I'm proud of you, she whispered. That means more than you know. I hope you find happiness. I'm starting to. I'll let you go now. Take care. You too. The call ended. I sat there, staring at the dark screen. My best friend texted. You okay? I replied, I finally am. For the first time, revenge felt irrelevant. Moving forward felt like victory. I sat on my balcony watching the sunrise. My phone buzzed with a message from my best friend. Morning, survivor. I smiled and typed back. Morning, troublemaker. You sound happy. I think I am. Took you long enough. Growth isn't fast. Proud of you. Thanks for staying. Always. I set the phone down and whispered to myself, I made it. A year ago, I couldn't imagine peace. Now silence felt comforting instead of lonely. Later that day, I met my therapist again. You look different, she said. Different how? Calm. Grounded. I don't feel broken anymore. You rebuilt yourself. I thought betrayal would define me forever. What defines you now? My choices. She smiled. That's powerful. I stopped asking why it happened. What do you ask now? What I want next. And what do you want? Peace. Growth. Honesty. You deserve those. I nodded slowly. Ifukiuhea. She tilted her head. Why? Not for her. For me. How does that feel? Like setting down a heavy bag. You carried it long enough. I carried anger like armor. And now, I don't need armor anymore. That evening, my best friend and I grabbed dinner. You remember how angry you were? He asked. I remember wanting revenge. And now, I want a good night's sleep. He laughed. That's real growth. I thought winning meant seeing her suffer. And winning meant finding myself again. He raised his glass. To finding yourself. To healing, I replied. We sat in comfortable silence. You ever think about dating again? He asked. Maybe someday. No rush. No pressure. Just promise me one thing. What? Don't build walls so high nobody can climb them. I smiled. I won't. Walking home, I felt the cool night air and realized something simple. I wasn't haunted anymore. I unlocked my door and stepped inside. The quiet didn't hurt. It welcomed me. I whispered to the empty room, this is my life now. And it felt good. Before sleeping, I looked at my reflection. You survived, I said softly. You learned. You grew. I turned off the light and lay in bed. Memories still existed, but they no longer controlled me. Pain had turned into lessons. Anger had turned into strength. Loss had turned into freedom. I closed my eyes and breathed deeply. For the first time in years, the future didn't scare me. It excited me. I finally understood something important. The greatest revenge wasn't exposing the betrayal. The greatest revenge was rebuilding my life and refusing to let betrayal define my future.